Hi everyone, and welcome back to Shake It Off with Angela. This is week 14, fall edition, and we are almost to the Shake It Off with Angela winter edition. I'm really excited. Excuse my voice. I don't know if I'm coming down with something again, you guys, but a lot of people at work have been sick, bringing in colds and coughs and things, and my cough has started a little bit of congestion in my chest, a little bit. Plus I've been going, to the dermatologist and the doctors and things like that for other things that have been going on with me. So I feel like I'm getting germs from the doctor's office and then also getting germs from work as well. But anyway, welcome to week 14. And I wanted to talk a little bit this week about unrealistic expectations during the holiday season. So I think we talked last week about how I was all like gung-ho, like, I wanted to lose as much weight as I possibly could from then until Christmas Day. And then Christmas Day, I was going to splurge and have like whatever I wanted or whatever. Looking back at that, that's not realistic, especially with things that have happened this week. Now, I did gain a little bit this week. I didn't actually figure out exactly how much I gained, but I did gain a little bit of weight this week. And there were certain factors, that played along with that. And I feel like it does have to do with the holiday. So I think this was on Monday, maybe I went to work and I was just ravenous. I was so hungry. And if you guys know my MO, I don't eat until 12:30. That's like the first time I eat during the day. And I open up my eating window for like 2 hours and then I close it and I fast. So I hadn't eaten since the previous day, probably 2 p.m. or something like that. But anyway, usually in the morning, I'm not hungry at all. As a matter of fact, if I think about food in the morning, I get, a little bit upset stomach. I'm just not like a morning eater and I never have been. But for some odd reason, this past week, I have been so hungry, and my cravings have just been literally off the wall. You go on Facebook and you see, all these bakeries and things cooking all these cookies and the gingerbread, and Hanukkah started. So we have the challah. I don't know how to pronounce it. My friend said I'm pronouncing it wrong, but I always just say challah bread, but that's not how you say it. But anyway, if you know how to say it, leave a comment down below and let me know the proper way to say challah bread. Anyway, I bought some challah bread. I bought some gingerbread bread from Great Harvest. And you guys know Great Harvest is my weakness. But anyway, so I just feel like there's all these triggers, and for us to say no to every single trigger during the holiday season is bad. You're setting yourself up for failure. You are going to binge at the end of it, and it's really unrealistic. So Miss Judy and I went shopping on Tuesday and we went out to eat, and I was all prepared. I was like, okay, I'm going to have this, nice little salad. And if they had French onion soup, I was just going to have a little bowl of that with a little side salad. We were going to be good to go. And then I looked at the menu and they didn't really have the soup that I wanted. So I decided to get this Italian salad, which wasn't really Italian at all, but I thought it just came with a little bit of cheese on it. No, that thing was dumped with tons of cheese on it. And it had a little piece of bread on the side with a little garlic butter piece of bread. And the conscious Angela literally would have taken half of the cheese off, moved it to a different plate. I wouldn't have eaten that little piece of bread, and I would have just had water. Instead, I had coffee with creamer. I ate the whole salad, and I had the piece of bread. And I must say that it was absolutely amazing, and it was worth it. I don't care if I gained a few pounds this week. It was literally worth it. Realistically, if I gain during these weeks up until Christmas, that's realistic for me. because there are a lot of triggers. But what I do need to do is I do need to watch myself during this whole time, because we don't want to get into this bad habit where, you know, one day it's a piece of gingerbread, the next day it's a half a loaf, the next day I'm putting sugared creamer in my coffee, and then, you know, gaining back the 75 pounds. So I am being realistic both ways, you know, where I am indulging a tiny little bit, switching things up just a little bit, and not setting myself up for failure. And then not on the other side, really indulging and really, you know, going for it and just being like self-conscious about it. I think you need to meet somewhere in the middle. Also this week, Miss Judy and I only worked out, let's see, I think we didn't swim at all this week, and we did weights twice this week, I think. Either twice or once. And I did cardio at home, I think twice this week. So my workouts have lessened just because of the fact that there's so much that I need to do that I feel like my workouts got pushed to the side, which is a bad thing for me. I really need to get back to working out every single day, you know, getting those wasted, you know, calories that I am eating during the day, and at least maintaining by working out, if that makes sense. So I am still tracking all of my food. I'm like, my goal, you know, this week is to work out more. But I'm not going to say no to certain things. And I think that that's fine. During the holidays, I think that it's fine as long as I'm conscious about every little decision that I make and I don't let things slide. So that is where we are at now. We have 2 more weeks to go until we hit that winter Shake It Off with Angela, which I'm definitely going to be gearing, you know, up for that, hitting it hard. But yeah, oh, and I also started my statin. I don't know if I talked to you guys about that in the last video, but I did start no, I didn't. I think I said that I picked up the medication, but I wasn't going to take it. Well, I took it Saturday night, the last Saturday night, and all throughout the week. I have noticed little things. When I first started taking the statin, I was getting a tiny bit dizzy in the morning, like not the room spinning dizzy, just like almost like when you get off of a merry-go-round that's been going for like just a tiny little bit, you get off and you like have to catch yourself a little bit. So that happened for the first like few days, then that went away. And last night I started getting really, really bad muscle cramps, and I didn't lift. So I know that it wasn't because I was exercising. I just like, I felt it in my arms. I felt it in my butt. I felt it in my back. I felt it in my legs. So I just need to be really, I guess, conscious of those side effects, see if they go away, and if not, contact my doctor again and let her know that this statin is not going to work out as well. But I have an open mind. I really, really do. I shared with you guys in one of my videos, I think yesterday or the day before, that I did go to the dermatologist and that she gave me some cream for my upper eyelids, a steroid cream for the dryness. That has been working great. I woke up this morning and I barely have any dry, like cakiness, and it's super smooth on top of my eyes with the exception of the little mass. I'm sure you guys can see it, but that's going to be there. The dermatologist said, she kind of gave me some bad news. She said that she could take out the mass. They're calling it a tumor. They could take it out, but it's in such a weird area that I'm going to need to see some specialists to make sure that it's not going all the way back into my brain and that they can take it out. So I mean, if it was going all the way into my brain, that would explain a lot of things. But yeah, I'm hoping that it's not. I'm hoping that it's just like really superficial and that it's like, you know, in the first layer of skin. I'm hoping that it is. cholesterol deposit, and we're just gonna go from there. So I hope you guys are all healthy and happy, and I hope you guys indulge a little bit in the treats this holiday season, but not too much. Always watch that sugar. Always, always, always watch that sugar and the carbs. And I hope you guys all have a great day, and I will see you next week. And please, please engage in this video. Leave a comment down below if you can. If you cannot, just give this video a big thumbs up for me, and we will see you later. Bye, everyone.